You know, one thing I hear a lot of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses say when they leave the organization is that I'm free. I've finally broken free. And they believe it. And 2 or 3 months go by and they find that they are not free at all. In fact, some people feel worse than they ever felt after they leave because they find they are in mental bondage. And it's still stuck with them. You see, leaving an organization is the easier piece because that's something physical that you're leaving. But leaving your wiring that's in your mind is a lot more tricky because a lot of times you don't know what to do with that. A lot of times it's insidious and it just pops up where it pops up and you don't know why you feel certain things. And you can't mesh your life with the rest of the world's. You've left somewhere, but you've arrived nowhere else. It's like you've taken your boat and you're rowing away from something, but you don't know where you're going. And you're in the deep blue sea, and that sea gets rough sometimes. So what do you do? And why are you stuck? Most times, my friends, you're stuck because of fear. You're still in a fearful state. The Jehovah's Witnesses do a fantastic job selling fear. Fear is everywhere in the organization. So sometimes you're in a state thinking, especially if you're fading away, is you're thinking that you're going to hold on to some remnants as you move on with your life. So the state you're in is a state of fading and you're trying to hold on to some of the pieces and some of your loved ones, and you think that, you know, if you fade, these things will stay just the same or to a tolerable point in your life, and that's what you're trying to work on right now. So you can't really step into who you want to be and who you need to be. For a lot of you, you're watching this video through a private site, right? You're undercover, you got some fake name, and that's okay. I understand why you do that, and everybody needs to go through the process the way you go through it. But if you really want to be free, you have to have the goal of authenticity. I'm not saying to do it right now or to do it tomorrow, but you have to have the goal of authenticity. Now you made a big move to leave. Now you got to be bold enough to work toward being authentic. This means that you at some point are going to be strong enough to deal with the consequences of whatever comes. You see, I had to work to that place myself. Work to a place where I can make these videos to try and help some of you, though I know that I can't hide what's being put on YouTube, though I know that, you know, there are people in my former life that most definitely have seen these videos, might be watching right now, but I'm not in a state of fear, so it doesn't bother me. When you become so inspired by what you know your life is about, when you get purpose in your life, when you feel your calling in your life, then the weight of not doing what you know you should be doing while you're on this planet will outweigh the fear of what you lose. You must find what it is you need to be doing. You need to step into your true authenticity, and then you're going to be able to deal with loss. Because let me tell you something. As much as you try to fade out and try to keep your life as normal as you can, you will find over time that all the things you tried to avoid happening will probably happen anyway. All the people that you didn't want to shun you will shun you to a point anyway. I'm not shunned, I'm not disfellowshipped, but my relationship with everybody of my former life is pretty small. You know, I could show up to a funeral, I could show up to some event, a graduation, and it's cool. But for the most part, I don't really have much of a relationship with most of them. So what I painstakingly tried to hold together in time is not there anyway. If I see Jehovah's Witnesses in the mall or in the grocery market, a lot of them, you know, walk away from me like I'm disfellowship anyway. So at some point, what you want to do with your life and your purpose has to be bigger than all of that. Know that you'll never step into what you could be on this planet if you keep being inauthentic. And sometimes when we're trying to keep these people in our lives, for us to deal with them, we've got to be inauthentic. For us to deal with them, we don't really say what's on our minds. We play a role. And then we'll find ourselves always being like a yo-yo, going back and forth, being the person that they knew when we deal with them, and being somebody else when we're away from them. I choose to step into my authentic self. And the people that can't deal with it just can't deal with it. I'm not trying to debate people. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone's belief. But I need to be me, and you need to be you. This is where your power will come from. When you find your purpose, when you find your why, when you find what drives you in life, and when you can accept the losses, and I'm not saying that's easy, but it's inevitable. We're going to face loss. We've got to be strong enough, because we have a sense of purpose, to deal with that. We don't have to shun anybody, but if they shun us because we are authentic, then we're going to have to deal with that at some point. Or else you'll always live an inauthentic life, bouncing back and forth, changing colors like a chameleon, and never feeling authentically true, and never living your purpose. And none of you want to be in your deathbed as an old person thinking that I never lived the purpose that I was supposed to while I was on this earth. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to have a goal. As I said, I understand everyone's at a different pace, at a different stage, but to have a goal, to at some point to step into your authentic self. Because for a lot of you, that's exactly why you left. But you won't allow yourself to step into your authentic self because of fear. So I'm challenging you to face your fears, false expectation appearing real. And a lot of your expectations are false. Some of them are real. Some of them are real. Okay? But you shouldn't fear it because it's real. You know, what's real you've got to deal with. It's not going to kill us. It's not going to kill us. It'll hurt. Will it sting? Yes. Can we continue to show love to our loved ones and our parents and our siblings anyway? Yes, we can. And then we can leave how they choose to deal with us, up to them. But we could still be loving. I think that all of us have a responsibility to ourselves to live a true and authentic life that's based on hope, that's based on gratitude, that's based on possibility, more than living a life based in fear. The quickest way to waste our life is to live a life that's based in fear. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please join our private Facebook group. Again, we've got great energy, great support. It's all about positive energy and meaning of encouragement to each other and helping each other be the best person that we can be. So hit the link that's in the text. I'll see you there. But again, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video.